While some say the move prevents unconstitutional gerrymandering, others are arguing the ruling will hurt minority voters. Fallout across the country and here in Alabama one day after the Supreme Court ruled in Louisiana versus Calais, finding a black majority congressional district in that state relied too heavily on race. The district was added in 2024 to correct a map that the courts found discriminatory. This decision comes less than 3 years after the same Supreme Court ruled that Alabama must draw a new map featuring a second majority black district, the result of the Allen versus Milligan case. Yesterday's ruling has led to both praise and concern from politicians about the potential effect it will have here in Alabama. Fox 54's Kate Maguire tells us what the ruling could mean for voters.
The Supreme Court ruled against congressional redistricting, favoring majority black districts, and State House Majority Whip James Lomax says it could lead to new congressional maps here in Alabama that lean more heavily to the right.
I'm excited about the ruling. I think it's one of these things that we need to look at and see if there's a way we can quickly jump on this and make sure that our state's congressional representation reflects what the people of Alabama actually want. We've had maps in the past that we've been able to present that I think would have allowed the voice of the people of Alabama to be reflected in their congressional seats, and that's all anyone wants. We're a supermajority Republican state. Our congressional delegation should reflect that.
But some, like Dr. Ansley Quiros from the University of North Alabama, say the ruling is ultimately about diluting the Democrats' vote in districts where black voters currently make up a majority.
I think it's clearly a racial issue. I think what is complicating it is, the Voting Rights Act was about race, not about partisanship. And so I think we're in a moment where partisan identity and racial identities, it's not a perfect mirror image, but it's pretty close. Black Americans fall much more heavily into the Democratic Party. They are a big constituency within that group, much less in the Republican Party, which is majority white.
It's a sentiment echoed by State House Minority Leader Anthony Daniels, who says a district's representative should be someone who understands and represents their community.
We're walking, but we're not running. And in some instances, we're crawling, as I referenced earlier. So I just want us to think through these decisions and the impact of these decisions that are being made by people that have no real understanding of what's going on on the ground in these communities. That's uncomfortable to me, and that's a problem.
It's still too early to tell how or when Alabama's congressional map could be changed, but many say it could dilute Democratic votes and strengthen the Republican vote here in Alabama. In Huntsville, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
Just moments ago, Alabama's Secretary of State Wes Allen filed a motion to expedite consideration of Alabama's redistricting case to allow the state to pursue congressional maps that, quote, reflect the will of the people. Governor Kay Ivey said yesterday that Alabama is not in a position to have a special session at this time, but Attorney General Steve Marshall said the state will act as quickly as possible to apply the ruling to Alabama's redistricting efforts, leaving the status of the May 19th primary election unclear.